Are you under the impression that men are always way more interested in sex than women are? Well, if you do, then it's time to buckle up, my friend, because I'm about to debunk that myth and tell you how women really feel about sex. I've seen a lot of guys get this wrong and then let it affect their approach to sex and intimacy, and they wind up losing out on a ton of opportunities with women. But that's not going to happen to you because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about a woman's psychology behind intimacy and how you can make sure that you have incredible intimacy with her and any woman for that matter that you're dating. Hello, gentlemen. My name is Apollonia Ponti. And for those of you that are not familiar with me, I'm a dating and attraction and relationship coach for men. I've been doing this for over 7 years now, and I have plenty of testimonials that have gotten men sustainable results in the world of dating and attraction. So if this is your first time visiting this channel, I welcome you to take a moment right now and click that subscribe button before we get into it. And to all of my fellow subscribers, thank you for being a loyal subscriber. I would welcome all of you to comment below. Tell me what you think about this video so I can personally talk to you, or just comment below also as well. So I specialize in teaching men how to become the most irresistible partner and how to thrive in their love lives, and understand how women view and feel about sex is a huge part of this. See, women aren't sexual beings, but it's all about or all depends on how you're able to tap into it. Interestingly enough, there is a whole mental side when it comes to sex and arousal in a woman. I mean, think about it. Even physically speaking, what women have down there is quite complex. It takes more than just a few good strokes to make a woman orgasm. Am I right? And I'm sure you've noticed that stamina plays a big role in good sex with a woman, which is why I'm super excited to share something with you before we go into anything further in this topic. Because trust me, you're going to want to know about this. There are so many products on the market that promise miracles in the bedroom in terms of strength and lasting power of your erection. But who wants a 4-hour erection, potential heart problems, and all the nasty side effects that these chemicals offer? Wouldn't you rather take a supplement designed to spice things up naturally rather than a prescription drug that can have harmful effects down the road? Well, Joy Mode is here to save the day. Spice things up in the bedroom and boost your sexual performance, and do it naturally without nasty prescription drugs. We have a special offer for my audience. Go to usejoymode.com/APO20 or enter APO20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's usejoymode.com/APO20 for 20% off of your first order. When we talk about women's desires, it's critical to recognize that their mental state can often hold more sway than their physical sensations. Okay, guys? So let's get into it. This means that the spark of arousal often begins in the mind rather than the body. Women find a significant source of pleasure in the realm of fantasy, memories, and the realm of imagination, especially when it comes to sexual experiences. It's like they paint these vivid mental pictures of passionate scenarios that rev up their excitement. This integrated, I think, mental dance sets the stage for their physical responses. Now, hormones play a very distinctive role here. Unlike men, women's hormonal composition guides them towards a more nuanced sexual appetite. While both men and women have moments of intense physical cravings for sex, women's desires are like a finely tuned symphony that combines both physical and mental elements, guys. Think of it this way. You can definitely stroke a woman's desire by intriguing her imagination or igniting her imagination. And starting with the mind and then gently moving towards the body can be incredibly effective. This is where things like sexting and tantalizing text messages come into play as well, or when you're on a date and how you speak to each other. When a woman receives these kind of messages, it's like a canvas for her to fill in her own desires, and she envisions herself in those steamy sensations or scenarios, creating a potential cocktail of anticipation and excitement. The power lies really in the anticipation. Women not only want a physical satisfaction, but also emotional connection, a mental journey where they can explore their own yearnings. By engaging their minds, you're offering them an opportunity to co-create their fantasies, making the experience all the more thrilling. So basically, the mental foreplay is a gateway to deeper, more fulfilling sexual experiences for women. It's a way for them to immerse themselves in the excitement, letting their imaginations run wild. And that's why stirring up those mental images, igniting those fantasies can just be as potent and more than any physical touch. Similarly, a woman's source of arousal is actually the feeling of being desired. Ever heard the phrase of being desired is the orgasm for women? Well, Canada sexologist Meredith Shivers drops this bomb that really sheds light on how women desire work. So picture this. A woman sees a good-looking guy. Now, here's a twist. Her initial reaction isn't just about finding him hot. It's more about wondering if he finds her attractive. It's like her own desire to intertwine with how much he desires her. This tells us something cool about the way women connect with their partners or potential partners. For a woman, the knowledge that she's wanted, that her partner truly craves her, sets off a chain reaction of thoughts and feelings that lead to thoughts about sex. What's behind all this? It's the emotional depth that women often look for in their intimate experiences. Again, it's not just a physical thing. It's about feeling this deep connection and knowing that you're someone they really want. The connection is what her sexual fantasies take shape. In simpler terms, understanding that your partner or her partner genuinely desires her, that he's all about her, can open up the floodgates to her wildest sexual thoughts. It's like the link between feeling emotionally satisfied and exploring the sexual side of things. And then we need to talk about orgasms because yes, I know it can be a tricky thing to get a woman there. So when it comes to orgasm, women and men have a bit of a different journey. For guys, it's often like hitting a button and bam, fireworks. But for women, it can be a bit more like a scenic route. Imagine this. It might take a woman around 45 minutes of playtime to reach the peak of excitement. It's like her arousal has its own pace and it likes to take its time to build up. This isn't to say that women don't enjoy variety. It's just that our body's response can be a bit more intricate. Now, here's an interesting twist. While men might thrive on mixing things up, women could actually lean towards a familiar routine. Why, you ask? Well, think about it this way. When a woman knows what works for her, it's like having a trusty map to that pleasure destination. Having that tried and tested routine can give her a stronger sense of guarantee that she'll enjoy the ride. And that's a big deal. When she's confident that her pleasure is on the horizon, it's like a weight off of her mind. It's like her body can fully relax into experiencing because she knows she's headed for something awesome. Now, last but not least, women want to be intimate with a man who has sexual discipline. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means not having porn addiction, but begging for sex from her or from her women in general, to not be obsessed with sex, and so on. It also means not jumping at any opportunity to have sex with any woman that throws themselves at you. I've seen a lot of guys who are so thirsty for sex from their partners that it actually winds up being a turnoff to their partner. Again, there is that intrigue and mystery that just flies out the window when this happens. Plus, women want a man that can showcase self-control. When you're desperate for sex or use sex as validation, or when you're sending X-rated pics to her right off the bat, she's going to find you sleazy and it's not going to make her feel inspired to have intimacy with you. Leave some room for desire. Women find you more desirable when you feel less available to everyone else. I mean, it's like a luxury item. Say a bag, for example. If everyone can get them from vending machines, they would be far less desirable, right? So remember to always act like a luxury item. This way, you will make her view you as a high value man. And this adds to your overall allure. Remember, you need to appear to her mind if you want to appeal to her body. And when you can show her self-control, it's going to make her respect you beyond. And respect is a huge component to sexual attraction. Don't ever forget that. So guys, when it comes to what women really think about sex and what it takes to truly turn them on, my biggest piece of advice for you is to remember that their mind has the power to make or break any situation. If you can appeal to a woman's sense of fantasy, mystery, and intrigue, you're going to notice her far more than if you were to just focus on sexual act itself. And by the way, when you're in bed with her, do not, and I repeat, do not scum out on foreplay. Women require a build-up to orgasm, and you can have so much fun with this. After all, it should be enjoyable for the both of you. So I encourage you to take your time with this and add to the anticipation. Work on creating that anticipation and build up by appealing to her mind. And then take your time in warming up her body and teasing her. By the time it's time for actual sex, she'll be reeling with desire for you. All right, guys, time to get out there and have some fun and practice this with the woman that you're being intimate with. If you want to take things to the next level in your intimacy, I would highly encourage you to download this program that I made in regards to exactly the routine of foreplay and intimacy, step by step, and it's how to please a woman made by a woman herself. It is one of my top selling programs that men love and thrive when it comes to women in the bedroom and how to please them and also how to have a great experience themselves. I'm going to link that right up below. It's called How to Please a Woman. And if you want to continue watching, I have this watch next video right over here on how to touch a woman to turn her on. As always, I'll see you in the next one. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.